I recently just got into Kingdom Hearts, and it's been quite a ride. I started Kingdom Hearts back in September of 2017, and I put it on and off a few times just so I can get a little break. But in this series, I'm gonna just say my experience with Kingdom Hearts. So in this video, we're gonna take a look at the first Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, let's get this started. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm not really gonna be talking about the story. I'm just gonna be talking about, what I liked and what I disliked about the first game. I played a few RPGs before I played Kingdom Hearts, the first one. And the thing is, I knew what to do, like in your basic RPG, get your potions, how to make yourself stronger. The thing is, when I first played the first game, I didn't what I did was I played the whole game with the basic Keyblade, just the Kingdom Key, just that. I didn't use any other Keyblade. I didn't use anything else. My friend noticed that to me, and I'm just like, oh, so that's why I'm losing a lot, and because I was having a tough time on this game. And the first thing, what I really liked was the real action time. That's what I really liked about the first game. It was real time. It wasn't, turn-based. I'm not a big fan of turn-based games like Pokemon. I love Pokemon, but just like, I find it to be dull when it comes to that. The only game I tolerate the turn-based is Pokemon. So I like that about Kingdom Hearts, real time. The CGI cutscenes was really it looked plasticky. I had to give it slack because it was we were just getting into the CGI technology back in 2002, so I gave it some slack. Next up was freaking Atlantica. This one I didn't really like because freaking the combat was it changed a lot. Like, I didn't like this at all. Freaking you're swimming and you're trying to fight, and it's just like, no, please. And it's bad, and I didn't really like that because freaking you're trying to swim and then you're trying to fight the enemy, and then they have the advantage because I think they were fishes or something like that. I don't remember. I haven't played the game in a while, and that's what I really didn't like about that world. I didn't really like it, and I mean it got worse in Kingdom Hearts 2, but I'll talk about that later. So I didn't really like that about Atlantica. The other worlds before that, they were okay. What I was really looking forward to was Halloween Town because for some reason I watched Nightmare Before Christmas when I was younger, and for some reason that felt nostalgic to me, like when I was just young. Like, it was just I don't know, like it felt like you appreciate it more, like as a nostalgic factor, but when you watch the movie nowadays, it's kind of weird. So that's how I feel anyway. One world I absolutely hated was the Hollow Bastion world. I despise that world because freaking how long it took me just to get through the world, and how bad and difficult the enemies were, and just how big the place really was. It was pretty bad. The boss for Hollow Bastion, I think that was pretty bad too, because I remember you couldn't, and Donald and Goofy, they kept freaking dying on me, and it was pissing me off. I didn't realize it got worse from there. Freaking Ansem, the first time you fight Ansem in his regular form, that one took me forever. I forgot how long it took me, but it got to the point where I memorized his freaking what he was about to do. Like, I pretty much only got hit once. That's how bad it got.
So you have come this far, and still you understand nothing.
It took me and my friend like an hour or 2, or 3, I should say. And we didn't even beat the boss that night. Like, it was like we started like at 10 and then we ended off like at 1. So that's how long it took me, and we didn't even beat the boss. I beat the boss like the next day, and I just, you know, I was just like, you know what, I'm done with this for now, and I grind for like 2 levels, and then I beat him. So yeah, that's all I really needed, was to grind. I forgot a couple things actually. One was the lack of direction in Kingdom Hearts 1, because I remember I finished Deep Jungle, and then I didn't know what to do after that. I was like, okay, what do I do next? And the game didn't even bother to tell me. I'm just like, what do I do? And then I had to go look up on YouTube just to see what to do, and I think I had to do something else. Oh, I also forgot another thing. Freaking Wonderland. Jesus Christ, Wonderland. I spent 3 hours and I accomplished nothing in that world, and just like, it didn't really say what to do, and then again I had to go on YouTube to figure it out, and I'm just like, ugh, like, I wish the game would tell me. I know it's the first game in the series, and it aged pretty bad. I'm just like, ugh, why? Just tell me what to do. So, yeah, I think the lack of direction was it was pretty bad, and I think that's all I really have. I don't really have any good things to say about Kingdom Hearts 1. I mean, my experience with the gameplay is pretty bad. The story is okay. I think the story was pretty cool. The crossover between Disney and made up Final Fantasy characters, I think that was pretty cool. What would I give Kingdom Hearts, the first game? What out of 10? I think a 6.8 is fair. I think that's a fair, because I mean, what it did good, it was decent at best. That's what I feel. So and what was bad was terrible. So I think that's what made it go back. Is it the worst game in the series? Hell no. Freaking, I give that to Chain of Memories, or 3 to 5 8 Days, or even Recoded, because Recoded's a freaking rehash of Chain of Memories, and then Chain of Memories is a freaking hash of the first game, and it's just like it's a rehash of a rehash, and it's just like, nah. Even Birth by Sleep, I think it would be one of those. So I think I've Ramadan long enough for this my experience. So anyway, I'll probably hope to make another video of this with the next game, Reach Your Memories. I have a lot to talk about that game. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.